Hola, Mia Booktube. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag questionnaire. It's still my first week doing this. Question number 1. Did you start this channel? Because I read a lot of vintage paperbacks and mid-century crime and detective fiction, and I couldn't really find any channels that kind of focused on that. And I'm sure there are, I just couldn't find them. When I first found out about Booktube, I kind of freaked out because I had no idea that this even existed. I was just like, I've done tons of podcasts and things in the past, so it was just like, oh my god, I could do this and talk about books. That's awesome. What are some fun and unique things you could bring to Booktube? Me, all of my old paperbacks. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Having a reading schedule instead of, because there's tons of books that I would like to read, and I'm like, well, I don't have time for them. But doing this and going, okay, I have to have this book done by this week and this book done by this week, and I work good against a deadline for realsies. Why do you love reading? I am very imaginative and creative, and I like creating new worlds, and even if it's the same world as this, but a different bit of it. I like to escape, I guess is the word. What book or series got you into reading? Honestly, it was probably comic books. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, those started coming out in 81, and I was just 3 or something like that. But every character you got came with a comic book. Every action figure. I remember going through the first one I got, trying to read it and having a really hard time. And so I think just getting through those, Iron Man and Spider-Man and Green Lantern, those were my go-to comics at the time. What questions would you like to ask your favorite booktubers? What is their favorite type of coffee, tea, ice cream, and car? What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Consistency is always the hardest thing to do. Being able to constantly, upload stuff and put stuff out. That's always the super hard thing to do. When did you start reading? When I was really little. In fact, I have these books here. They are the I Could Read Underwater books. And I've lost a lot of them now because after I had them, I gave them to my nephew, and then he had them as a kid, and then they went to his sister, and then they went to my daughter. And there used to be, I think, 8 with a box, and now there's only 4 and no box. But the books, the bee has 20 words. It's buzz, buzz, whatever. I see a bee sees me. But the first book had no words, and it was just teaching you how to turn pages to follow a story kind of thing. And each book had more and more, and then I think this is the last one, Smiley Snake, with 33 words. It's pretty cool. But I remember taking this box with me all the time. Whenever I would go visit family, I'd go, look, I could read this one now. And Cat in the Hat, I belonged to the Dr. Seuss club, and I got a new Cat in the Hat book every month. Or not Cat in the Hat, but another Dr. Seuss book every month. And I had this weird little red Cat in the Hat bookshelf thing for him. It was really amazing. That was an amazing time to be a kid, I guess. Where do you read? I read pretty much everywhere I can. I used to have different books in different parts of the house. So if I ever was hanging out in this room, this is the book I would read, and so on and so forth. And then I would have certain books that I read on my phone. And then I have an audiobook that I will listen to in the car. Pretty much everywhere. And what kind of books do I like to read? I like to read hard-boiled detective fiction. My jam is like the 40s to the 60s, I guess, is like the golden age of paperbacks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and like and comment if any of the stuff I'm talking about has any bearing on you. Thanks.